What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Apple Juice for Two episode. I am Cameron Allen, still, thankfully. And to my left, I just found this other Cameron Allen street earlier today.
Did somebody say street, and did somebody say Cameron of the Allen of Man on the Street King, Man of the Street, our Cameron Allen, the Allen Cameron?
Esquire Senior?
Yeah, that would be me.
Duke of Worcestershire?
Just actually, I'm that guy.
Well, yeah, everybody, this is a big day because this is the first Apple Juice for Two episode in a long time, as I'm sure you're aware. But before we get to the good stuff, we have a quick message from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Allen from Allen & Allen Consulting Firm. If you need help, you call us.
To us, you're not just another number on the pages, okay? You're a person.
At Allen & Allen Consulting Firm, we put the A in Allen. We are all inclusive. We put the all in Allen Consulting Firm.
And now, back to the show.
I love those guys. Use Allen & Allen, consult. Like, they're cool.
Know, right?
They always do a really bad job, recording their sponsor little video. It's okay.
Right.
They'll get better.
Hopefully.
They won't get better. It's okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you for supporting the show, Allen & Allen
thanks,
Consulting
Allen.
Firm.
You're so great.
What do they consult on?
They're a consulted firm. By definition, they consult.
Just the general consulting, like
the consulting. Yeah, I think they put the consult in consultant firm.
Nice.
That's all I know from them. They they're very obscure, just like Vlad.
Well, they're pros.
Stuff.
They're pros.
Yeah, Vlad. Oh, speaking of Vlad,
I was gonna say, speaking of Vlad, he was a long-time international
Yeah.
caller. Actually, we heard recently that he died. So rip Vlad.
He did die, yeah.
We do have another international caller on the line, I believe.
We'll have to wait and see if he's available. He is coming in with us via Skype, like a weirdo. We actually don't have access to Zoom. We could have had him on a Zoom link, but we're absolutely pathetic, and it wasn't in the budget. So we decided, get that little free little Skype link, and we had to go from there. But it's okay. Like we like to reach out to our international audience.
Okay. Well, he's on the line. So, international caller, are you there?
Hello.
Oh, hi. How are you doing? You're on Apple Juice for Two live.
Oui, I know on Skype. That's correct, because I heard you talking shit about Skype. What do you use? Fucking Zoom, you stupid American.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, what's your name, Mr. International Caller?
My name is Hua.
Okay, nice to meet you.
I'm a very classic original 26th generation France man. So
wow. Well, we're honored that you listen to the show.
It's a very traditional name. I don't expect you to be able to pronounce it, but it's okay. You can call me good instead.
We are simple-minded Americans, after all.
We really are.
It must be late over there. What time is it?
It's time to party. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I hope you have a job to go to tomorrow, or are you just gonna do
yes, I work. It's low key though. It's just the hours that I choose.
I see.
Nice.
Usually I choose not to work because it's not very fun. I'd rather just sleep and Skype a bunch of girlfriends across the globe.
Of course, the Skype is amazing. I forgot.
Oui. And of course, eat baguettes.
Nice.
Yes,
and smoke.
Yes. And smoke, yeah.
Cigarettes.
Smoke cigarettes.
See, that's how I know you're American, because you believed automatically I eat baguettes.
Yeah, well, that's pretty on brand for you.
Still.
You just got pranked. You probably thought that was a real French person, but
it's not. Who is it?
I thought it was a real French person.
God.
It's none other than Brevin Stallings.
It is Brevin Stallings,
Esquire of
What's
Apple
up,
Juice for
boys?
Two.
It's
Royal
Carpenter.
Navy
It's Carpenter Brevin's banter. You know him, the guy with
Peace
the carpenter, the guy who does wood stuff.
How you doing, Brevin?
I'm doing good. I'm still woody.
I'm sure you are, dude, but it's not morning.
Still doing wood stuff.
Well, okay, like we said at the beginning of the show, this is obviously the first Apple Juice for Two episode in a long time.
A long time. Very long time.
It's kind of like people were like, "Oh my God, it's almost like the Beatles broke up or something."
Literally,
you know what I mean?
I had people berating me like, "When the hell?
Yeah.
When's this part?" I'm like, "Excuse me, can you just start yelling me?"
Yeah, I know, right?
Coming like comes.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I was actually sitting at a coffee shop the other day, and this table next to me was like, "Man, I miss Apple Juice for Two podcast.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't say anything because I just want them.
Yeah, of course. You want to keep it low key. I actually had somebody say that they
No,
wanted to marry the black guy from Apple Juice for Two podcast named
Me?
Other Cameron Allen.
Yeah, I think some white.
Yeah, his name is Cameron Allen, and he also is a DJ. And it was crazy. I didn't introduce myself to them. I just I just paid for their bill.
That's really
Courtesy of Apple Juice for Two. They're talking about
You're
me.
just a nice guy. Yeah.
I am a nice guy. I try to be the nicest guy I can be.
Philanthropic.
Too bad I can't talk to women. So
you know when girls are just like, he's a good guy.
That means he
but in the most pick me way possible.
He's just a good guy. I mean, they've never said that about you, but they do say you're a nice guy.
That means he's got a small peak.
It's only one step lower.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that girls say he's a good friend. He's a good friend, but not my boyfriend. I could never date him. He's too good of a friend. Yeah. And then you're just kind of like,
you're a man
okay,
friend.
cool.
I'm the kind of guy where girls like talk about me. They're like, "Aw, yeah,
yeah, he's cute, but just like in a friendly way."
Exactly, yeah.
He's cute.
And then you just start throwing up on yourself because you're so just disappointed.
You're like, he's such a good guy. Like, why is no one dating him?
And it's just like, yeah, like why?
No, I'm not.
We're so pick me, dude. Like we hate you so much. We're so incel.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, I guess that's also news, but
oh yeah, that's. I mean,
not even in the arena, guys.
He's not even in the arena anymore.
I mean,
for what it was like.
Do you want to do this now or do you want to do this later?
We can do this now.
In person?
Let's go, dude.
Well, take it away, Brevin.
Take it away, Brev.
You got big out. This is historic Apple Juice for Two news. They will be reading about this in the books, in the history books.
100
years from now.
My children be talking about this.
What's the date? December 6th?
Yeah, something like that.
Today's date is December 6th. I thought you were talking about the other date, the more important date. You don't know it?
If I don't know, you guys don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, this is the worldwide Apple Juice for Two official announcement that I am going to be a married man in a year. Has been engaged.
Yes, Brevin is engaged to be married.
Unfortunately, we do not have a drop for wedding music or any cheering. It's okay though, but just insert cheering music here.
Right. Yeah. So this happened like a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got engaged in July.
Wow. Dang.
So it's been almost 5 months.
Holy shit.
What were we doing? What was I doing in July? Probably worrying about women and chasing tail.
Yeah.
Chasing tail. Chasing tail.
I guess
tail.
Technically I was, but just one.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's a good point. Yeah, so obviously that's a big deal. The first Apple Juice for Two member to be engaged to be married.
That's insane.
Yes. I mean, fuck. We're growing up.
We are. Well, how's the life of a soon-to-be married man? The life of a
engaged
fiance? Yeah. How's the life of engagement?
It's pretty good.
Are y'all do y'all poop in front of each other yet, or is that not not a thing yet?
Yeah, I prefer not to wipe in front, but that's just me.
Okay, that makes sense. I
but
understand.
yeah, we've gotten to the poop in front phase.
Nice,
okay, that's good. Nice. That's good.
Which is, I mean, yeah, that's monumental.
Yeah, I think that's a good sign. Like, you guys got legs.
Yeah, that's
mean,
beautiful.
Especially for me, because
you take thank you poops
with my record.
With my poops,
I guess poop shy is not as bad as pee shy.
It makes more sense to be poop shy, but I mean, they're both very real.
Well, because I feel like peeing is more you have to relax. Pooping is more like you force it out.
That makes sense.
You just squeeze it out, like just do it. Peeing is you just got to fully relax. It's like going to sleep. Because you can't force yourself to go to sleep. You just have to drift away.
I'm not too pee shy. The thing I hate about
going good for fucking you.
I kind of am.
Like larger. Well, the only time I really I don't get pee shy. I just like hate it. Is when I go to like larger venues where it's like a trough or there's no dividers.
Yeah, trough a little much.
Yeah, because I'm just like I look to my left, cock. Look to my right, cock. Look down, cock.
Why are you looking?
Well, I mean, even if
you don't look, you can't look. If you look, you're done.
Even if there are dividers and someone's like directly next to you, to me that's unacceptable. I can't be like that. I need
that's so funny.
to be removed.
He's like at the stall, like sitting down as if he's pooping. He's actually peeing.
I do that very often. Don't joke about that.
Cam sits when he pees.
I do. When
I've seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah. Cam poops and pees at rec.
We are.
That is so that is cursed.
That's if you're like at the
bottom.
You've transcended like anxiety and like you can poop and pee anywhere. Like
it kind of is like its own religion
because it is impossible to pee or poop at Rex. Actually, last time I was able to urinate there and it was great, and I was able to enjoy the rest of the time.
Nice.
To preface to the audience that don't know what Rec is, the bathroom setup is literally you walk in.
It's a square.
Literally a square.
Closet.
Probably like 6
4
by
4.
6.
Something like that.
Yeah, like you walk there, 2 urinals on the wall. Behind you, kind of adjacent, is literally
just a
toilet.
Yep.
With the wall.
It's on its own platform too, which is
it's like the wall's like 4 feet
like
off, 3 feet off.
It's like a 4 foot or like 4-inch little stage.
Sort of, kind of. But like there's no wall. There's no. It's just like. There's like a 3-foot platform protecting.
It's not hiding anything.
It's not hiding. Like there's no door. No. Like you turn around, there's a guy pooping.
To me, I've always taken that as that toilet is exclusively for vomit.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it's there.
But
it's for emergencies only.
There have been dudes where I walk in, and he's like, and he's dropped trousers sitting on there, laying a log, and I'm like, well,
it's a total alpha move.
It kind of is.
Yeah, I just will never do that. Just call me just fucking.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I mean, Brevin's engaged, guys. So round of applause.
Yep, thank you.
Congratulations, Brevin. That's awesome.
That's a whistle.
It is to Cassandra, who was on an episode.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
So there's nothing scandalous.
Yeah. No, fans of the show will remember.
Brevin committed adultery.
Dude, the tabloids are gonna get a hold of this.
We're cooked.
Yeah, we're cooked. It's a PR nightmare. Have you guys started planning anything at all, or?
Yeah, the date is November. Well, it's late November of next year.
That's a good.
I'm not going to give out official deets to these.
Yeah. Don't want to dox it.
Yeah.
But that's a great time. I feel like kind of like early fallish.
Yeah, because I mean down here it's still it'll be chilly, but it's not gonna be freezing by any means.
Sure. You're gonna have that like mix of like fall and
it could even maybe
summer-ish
be like 70
weather.
degrees, honestly.
Hopefully it'll be nice.
You never know.
You obviously have to sign a contract for the place, but
you have a contract.
I read it.
Yeah.
Part of it, basically, like you're not getting your money back. It's
yeah.
absolutely non-refundable, and they dictate everything that could happen that it doesn't matter, including like hurricanes, mass pandemics because of COVID, and then my favorite one was like terrorist attack. It literally said like non-refundable for terrorist attack.
Wow. So if you even if you are involved, maybe like that's kind of shitty.
Whatever it happened, like if there's a terrorist attack at the venue, or you get attacked by a terrorist, too bad.
What about if one of the groom or brides dies? Like wait.
Nope. Death doesn't. Nope.
Even what about?
I'm telling you,
for them?
anything that could happen was covered.
That is insane.
And I bet they have some clause that tries to like encompass everything that they couldn't think of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Because if you have terrorist attack in writing, then you're already going to pretty.
You've gone down the list pretty far. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think like government collapse was one of them too.
Government collapse.
It's just like it doesn't matter how crazy the world gets. We are keeping your money for this venue.
That is
so
insane.
I basically said, I don't care what happens. We're gonna be there.
Yeah.
If it's a hurricane, we're gonna have a hurricane wedding.
Yeah. What if they cancel on you?
I'm suing.
Is the
I'm
venue
gonna terrorist attack them.
That'd be interesting.
Is the venue indoor or outdoor? Because that if it's a hurricane,
it's both.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
The ceremony will be outside on the water of Charleston.
Ooh.
And then the inside, there's an inside venue.
I think
and
I might
like
know where you might be talking about.
Yeah.
It's I'll tell you, it's an ion.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
been to 2 weddings there already.
You should tell them about the talent that you got coming out there.
Oh yeah, and if you want to come, not an open invitation.
Open format wedding.
If anyone's listening to this and is invited, we will be featuring Dr. DJ Zay.
Yes.
Who is that? Who the hell is that guy? What?
Oh, he's this really handsome man.
Who the hell is this guy? He sounds kind of cool, man.
Oh, he's tall and handsome.
Yeah, it's long, tan, and handsome. That's kind of cool, dude. Like, yeah, I'll have to come there just to hear that guy, whoever the hell he is, man. He sounds cool, man. You know what I'm saying, man? He sounds cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be a beautiful ceremony.
It'll be very apple juice for two. We'll be throwing apple juice boxes at people instead of a flower girl, we have an apple juice girl.
He's gonna play the intro music down the aisle.
Apple juice for boom, boom,
yeah. I'll run it by the missus to see if we could do like a little podcast at the party.
Dude, no.
We are
no. Cam and I are officiating the wedding, but in podcast style. Welcome, guys. Thank you for tuning into Brevin and Cassandra's wedding extravaganza.
Where? That would be
this week we will be celebrating holy matrimony.
Like the amount of drops, dude. The amount of drops.
Cassidy would be like,
but before that,
are you serious?
Like it would.
Are you actually asking me?
It would be such a movie, but it would actually just be great.
It would actually be kind of funny to like just set up like a fake ceremony wedding where like we do that. You know what I mean?
It'd be so funny.
Not the real one. You know.
That's true. People would believe it.
That could be funny. Well, so yeah, like we said, Brevin, congratulations.
Thank you.
This man's been busy. Isaiah's also been pretty busy.
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Doing bad things.
Isaiah's been a bad boy.
I've been a bad man.
For the record, Isaiah wants to talk about this on his own accord, on his own will.
On my own balls.
I begged him not to talk about it because it's gonna ruin us.
It's gonna ruin us, dude. Like once I tell you the story, we're gonna lose all of our audience.
Yep, all our sponsors.
Like we're gonna get pulled a plug. Like they're gonna be like, Isaiah did what? And we'll be like, yeah.
Bassie's gonna dump me.
You know,
he's gonna dump me.
Disgraced. You know those like tabloid magazines?
Yeah.
Like
oh my god.
Yeah.
Isaiah DJ Say was what?
It's like a paparazzi photo of Isaiah getting out of his car, like with his sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm just like flashing lights. I'm like, oh my god, get out of my face. Well, no more beating around the bush, but yeah, I'm sure y'all are probably like, what does Isaiah have to say? Well, drum roll.
What could innocent, pure, heavenly descended Isaiah
exactly?
have
What
done?
could non-criminal kind of guy Isaiah like have to say? Well, according to the town of or city of Charleston, I am a criminal. I was unlawfully arrested for a DUI. And then you're like, how does that even happen? Unlawfully arrested for DUI? You got a DUI. Yes, by definition, I got a DUI, but...
Well, so you want to start from the beginning?
I'll start from the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
We got to give context.
Right. So,
you just said you got a DUI.
This is a
yes, exactly.
I know. I'll break it down for you. So this was actually it was Thursday morning essentially. So Wednesday evening going into Thursday morning.
Yes.
AM. In February. It was a night after me, belligerently drunk, just gargling alcohol like it's mouthwash. This is a dramatized version from another person's perspective.
If this is you joking, you're gonna want to make that clear.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say all right.
Just for your own sake.
Yeah. So he blew a 2.0, but
yeah, 2.0. Okay, I'll say the entire real story, and then I'll add the embellishments after.
Because it was unlawful.
Unlawful, yeah. So to put in context, I was unlawfully arrested for a DUI. I was pulled over. I was asked to get out the car.
Wait, Isaiah, you know what we should do?
What's up?
Pretend I'm your lawyer. I'm going to direct examine you. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Isaiah,
were
you pulled over, or when were you pulled over?
I was pulled over. It was at 2:15 a.m., sir.
And did this police officer ask you any questions?
Yes, they asked me if I had anything to drink, to which I responded 2 hours prior to me driving.
And did you tell her how much you had to drink that night?
I sure
did. Mr. Allen?
I sure did. I told her that at approximately 10 p.m., I began the night off with a whiskey sour cocktail. And then an hour following, I followed up with a Miller Lite. To that, Miller Lite being the conclusion, the ending of my drinking.
Being the conclusion.
So you had 2 standard alcoholic beverages.
Correct.
And that was 3 hours prior.
So a little over 2 hours for me driving. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And you are a rather tall built man.
Yeah. Yes, correct. I am.
How tall are you, Mr. Allen?
At the time of arrest, I was 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Wow, quite a beefy boy, I might say.
Correct.
So just
now, sorry, continue, Judge.
Oh no, you're good. Just let the jury know and let the record show that a man of that build and stature is less affected by alcohol than, let's say,
5'1",
me.
Yep. I learned that in health class.
Right. So anyway, I'm sorry. Continue, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Wait. Yes, I'm the honor and his attorney. I ruled this court. So, Mr. Allen.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Back to that night. Did the officer ask you to perform a field sobriety test?
Yes. I guess. Yes, she did. Yes.
And did you submit to do so?
Yes. Immediately, I did. We got out of the car.
And did she also ask to breathalyze you?
Objection, relevancy.
Actually, to that,
Your Honor, we're trying to see how crunk he was.
To that response, her subjective observation of it was that, based off my, I guess, failure to complete it, I guess to her liking, she determined I was under the influence and
inebriated, you might say.
Yes, and she believed that I would have blown a 0.15. To which we
did she believe you did, or did she? What did you blow?
I blew a I was getting to that.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I was getting to that.
I just want there to not be any reasonable doubt.
Yeah. So her assumption was that based off my sobriety test that I was going to blow a 0.15. She then took me to the police station where I was consented to do a breathalyzer, and to which I blew a 0.01. And to put into perspective on how low a 0.01 is, you can gargle mouthwash and blow higher. You can blow between a 0.01 and a 0.03 just from gargling mouthwash. But to the officer's discretion, she believed that I had maybe 5 gallons of straight Everclear.
So you're telling me, Mr. Allen, that this officer breathalyzed you far below the legal limit,
Correct.
But because she believed you were inebriated, she still arrested you.
Correct. And to further that response, once she saw that the breathalyzer was a 0.01, she then took me to another area to get drug tested because she believed I was under the influence of alcohol initially, and then under the influence of
marijuana.
Drugs. Yes,
pot.
To which
reefer,
methamphetamines. But yes, does that answer your question, Your Honor?
I actually didn't know that you weren't breathalyzed until she brought you back.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yes.
I like the fact that she do that only based on her field sobriety. I guess
super subjective. Yeah, so that's the thing about field sobriety test is it's super subjective. There's no real way to determine because in that sense, I was already anxious. I'm like, I had 2 drinks. I had 2 drinks 2 hours ago. I'm sober, but I'm gonna tell her, I had something to drink. And even if I didn't tell her I had something to drink, and we did the whole thing, and she's like, well, you blew 0.01, so you did have something to drink.
You could have 2 drinks right now and be below 0.08.
Yeah, well below that. But like I said, that officer was convinced that I was belligerently drunk. She confused my anxiety with tweaker syndrome, somebody who might just be under influence of just whatever stimulant. But in that situation, I was just very overstimulated.
Well, I just have one more further question for you.
Yes, of course.
Did anybody test the officer?
Dun, dun.
Yeah, that's a twist.
No. What?
Order in my court.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Did somebody test off?
Oh my God.
I tried to convince it a bit that I'm like, wait, what point are you trying to make?
But explain what happened on the transportation.
Oh yes, to further just make my situation much worse.
Because you were very close to your house, correct?
Oh yes, I was pulled over within 30 seconds of my. And I say 30 seconds because if I were still driving, it would have taken me 30 seconds to get to.
No, literally.
Pull straight literally the head of the street. Yes, and I was like, hey, I live up here. The officer saw my license. And the officer responded, it says you live in Mount Pleasant. I'm like, yeah, this is where it's issued. My license was issued, but I no longer live here. But if you were to check my insurance, what she didn't do, she would have saw that the road that she pulled me over on was the same for my insurance because I registered my insurance for like my temporary, address at the time.
Like it was so close that a strong person could probably like throw a football from that spot to our apartment.
It's just like I could have just. I'm like, I would have been. Hey, like I can call my friend. Like I could literally walk. Like it's like right there. Like it's right there. But the reason why she pulled me over because I was speeding. And the area I was in, the speed limit was 35, but I was going like 50, 55. It's two. We do not condone speeding, but it was like 2:15 it was 2:15 in the morning. I was trying to get home. Nobody was on that road.
I mean,
it was a construction. But nobody was. There was no construction. We all
we've all driven that speed on that road.
Yes, exactly.
So that. Yeah.
And it's funny because people don't go that speed. I remember for like a month or two after that whole like endeavor, I'd be driving that speed limit. Yeah. People would be blowing their horns at me, getting around me. Like, why is this prick going 35 miles an hour? I'm going 50 right past them.
So at that point, it's a different dangerous situation that you're creating.
Like I said, I was falling. The person beside me was going the same speed limit I was, but she pulled me because she said I was having a hard time maintaining my lane. Just from the overindulgence of alcohol. Now I can get to the embellishment. The overindulgence of alcohol. I was absolutely just pouring Everclear down my throat through a funnel.
I saw videos of him injecting it straight into his veins.
I was practically butt chugging Everclear.
I will say though, also, the construction that was happening on that road, the lanes were always changing,
and not
so
to,
like
to emphasize Cam's point even further. The lines did not exist. The lines on that road do not exist. They're all like literally faded to just the same color of the pavement, like of the asphalt. Like,
well, she just knew where the lines were supposed to be, and you went over it.
She didn't even. I can guarantee you, nobody.
She just knew.
But
it was like Gail Lewis in her prime.
You can't let. But so that happened back in February, and I took, as if I'm notorious for being the drunk friend or the drunk uncle at a function, I took like a month and a half, 2-month hiatus from drinking. I just was like, I don't really want to drink, like even though I'm not like an alcoholic.
Because I mean,
very trauma, very
explain what happened. The rest of the night.
Yeah, so essentially before I was even taken back. She was like, "All right, well, you're being arrested for a DUI." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." That was a joke. I'm like, "Oh, where's the prank? Come on, like you've been pranked by Apple just for 2."
It was me.
Camera like, "Hey, dude, you got pranked." And then I get into the cop car with my hands behind my back, and they strap me in. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm just like chilling. Or whatever.
Damn, I wish we got a picture of that.
Yeah, no, it would have been great. And then I have my mugshot. I'll send it to Cam. We'll put it in the clip.
Wait, you do have that?
Yeah, I still have the mugshot. Are you kidding me, dude? Why wouldn't I have them? I kind of want to get my mugshot.
I just didn't even think that.
On a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, on a t-shirt. Just be like, I'm free. Just
that needs to be merch.
Yeah, it's
Freeze.
Like Freeze, like or Innocent Man.
Dude, we would sell so many t-shirts.
People, and I've heard my friends like, I would buy your mugshot t-shirt.
Free DJ Zay and sell them when you.
That would just be okay.
Well,
I'm gonna send it. I'm surprised. I swear I sent it to y'all.
But this is an important part of the story.
Yeah, so I'm driving. Yeah, so we're driving to the correctional facility, and then that's where I get my BAC conducted, and that's when they find out it's a .01, and she's very confused. She's like, "What?" She's like, "I thought you were gonna blow a .15." I'm like, "I told you how much I had to drink. I'm not gonna lie, because like right now lying would result in further punishment."
Right.
And to which I was taken back into the police car and then taken to urgent care to be drug tested. And from that correctional officer to the urgent care, I was not strapped into my seat, so my hands were just behind my back, just waiting for my nose to be broken if she had to slam on brakes for any reason. And that's where I went and did my urine test, whatever. I wasn't pee, I actually had to pee. So I
did they watch you pee?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I almost like offered for them to hold it, just because there's just they're there. I'm just like like whatever. I don't care. Like just like I can do it. Like I had nothing to hide. Like everything. Like
Isaiah it does not do drugs.
I am the most. I was so compliant. I was like, I see what the media does to people. I see what the media portrays. Yep. So I was like, not even. I'm like, cool, dude. Whatever. I'm compliant. You know, like I'm a Mount Pleasant boy. You know, like
despite my best efforts to get Isaiah down the road of drugs.
Down the road of drugs. But yeah, I just was like, sure, dude. Like you want to? Yeah. So if you don't do it, you know, it can be hold. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go pee right now because I have nothing in my system. That was prior to me even taking my prescribed Adderall that I'm taking that is prescribed.
Your Honor.
Your Honor. Let's
so you are druggy. You are doing meth.
I am doing. I actually am basically doing meth. Yes.
But legally.
Legally. But yeah, like I said, very, very. And the kicker was, the officer was like, "Do you have kids?" And I was like, "I beg your pardon." And she's like, "Yeah, like we like searched your car and we saw like all these Nerf guns and footballs and like that." I'm like, no, I'm just a loser, and I play with like kids' toys because like I'm a loser that doesn't overindulge in drinking and gets behind heavy machinery and drives for shits and giggles.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I was just like, Just take me back. Just take me back. Yeah. like I don't want to explain to you why I have Nerf guns in my car. But yeah, that was my.
But then you had a sleepover, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, how the hell did I forget about that? Actually, it's so funny. Yeah, jail is not that bad. Because I didn't have to go upstairs. I didn't have to dress out. I was wearing my clothes.
Nice.
I was just in holding.
Drunk tank.
The drunk. I wasn't like I was sobering up, from my long night of overindulgent binge drinking.
You were riding that .01 all night.
I was riding that. I was so belligerently drunk, guys. I can't even put in the words. It's a miracle I can remember every single detail of that night. I was so drunk.
Yeah.
True. Sarcasm as some people might just be listening to.
Yeah.
It's I got to jail and people were like,
"Did you go to Leeds?"
Yeah, I went to Leeds. And like y'all have seen SpongeBob, right? So like this
Nope.
episode, shut up, you suck.
Continue though.
There's this little scene in SpongeBob where Patrick and like the Tattletale Strangler in the same cell, and Patrick's like, "Hey Mac, what are you in for?" So I kind of got that a couple times. We're like, "Hey, what'd you get here for?"
That's crazy.
And then I got a lot of people looking at me and be like, "What are you doing here? You don't look like you belong." I'm like, I blew a .01. They're like, "You blew a what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I blew a .01. You know,
check out my podcast.
And then even the correctional officers were like, "You did a what?
You have a podcast?"
They couldn't believe that. They couldn't believe, but they explained it to me that regardless of if I blew triple zeros, or in my case a .01, like you can be arrested. Like it doesn't
at their own discretion.
Yeah, at their own discretion. Like it doesn't matter.
Sure, they could take you down, but even if you blow it at the station, they still put you in jail.
Yeah, I could have blew triple zeros and she would not have cared. Like she could have like,
why do they even test you?
Well, it could just not be. It could be
Evidence.
for drugs, and it could not actually be for alcohol. Because at first it's just like driving like DUI can just driving on influence primarily for alcohol. Then they get like I think there's driving while driving while under
driving while intoxicated.
Like stuff.
I mean, some of it depends on the state,
right?
All the same.
So like
as our legal advisor,
but
counsel.
But like I said, like it took 4 or 5 months to get the drug test back. With
oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, my everything came back positive. Cocaine, weed, meth, heroin, fentanyl, herpes. I had everything in the book, dude. That's the first time I ever had everything positive. Everything passed. I got 100 on that test, dude. So
A+.
I got A+ on the HIV
gold
test.
Star.
You have HIV/AIDS. Gold star. You're gonna die. But yeah, no, everything came back negative, so they had no choice to dismiss the charges. So I spent that night in the clink. I got a couple of jail tattoos. The worst thing about jail though is the food. My bougie Mount Pleasant bitch ass was like, so when are we gonna have food?
Can I have a 6-count of chicken minis, please?
Can I have a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and fries and a lemonade? They're like, you're gonna get a bologna sandwich and a half frozen apple juice box, and you're gonna like it. I
have Pop-Tarts.
Dude, no, they didn't even pop. Dude, they gave us I think it was like crackers, bologna sandwiches with no condiments, and half
ration.
Yes, half frozen like apple juice. I was just like, yeah, man, this is better than my Mount Pleasant diet that I've been fed by my parents. This is absolutely amazing. Yeah, no, it was a waste of my time.
Wow.
It was very stupid. I encourage people not to drink and drive. It's weird because there's the motto "drink responsibly." I drink responsibly, but I still got a DUI, so I don't know how much validity is into that.
Yeah.
So just drive regardless. Yeah, regardless of like if you're drinking, just drive responsibly. Just drive safe.
Don't wait till you have a close call to not do that.
Exactly, because I'm sure we've all had our close calls where we're like we had that realization the night after. Or the morning after is like,
I am lucky to be back.
Yeah, it's like, I should not have did that.
Yep. So.
But like I said, I had that realization way before that incident, and like I said, I've always been a responsible drinker. I have my standard, just 2 beers. At the time, it was just a mixed drink, and either just a mixed drink or a mixed drink and a beer. Now I just don't really drink at all, or if I do, I'll just stay at a friend's house for several hours. Like 4 or 5 hours, and I'm not even drunk. I'm just like, let's just,
Honestly, I feel like it's a good rule of thumb to just maybe just like stick to beer when you're out.
Exactly.
And then
eat on top of that. Eating.
Yeah.
Also,
none of the hard stuff, kid.
Yeah, do that at home.
Never drink. Don't drink liquor unless you're paying for an Uber or walking.
Yeah, Uber, or you're already home, or you can walk.
And
home.
Don't take shots from anybody. Don't take
True.
shots from anybody. Like, don't do that.
Especially you young girls.
Yeah.
But Isaiah,
I guess unless you sip your shots.
Oh my god, like a
for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just nursing this.
Sip on it. Like
just a little thing.
Pinky up.
That's kind of that's a crazy thing to happen. Like, what do you feel like you got out of this, or like how do you feel like this changed you as a person? If at all.
Well, my deep, alcoholic tendencies have now subsided. No, I'm kidding. It's funny. I didn't tell my parents till like 4 months after.
Yeah.
And I was expecting like a complete meltdown, but my mom was just kind of like chill about it. She's like, I understand. Like, I know you're not a drinker. Like my parents have never seen me drunk. I've been drunk in the vicinity of them, but they've been like slumped. But yeah, like they've never seen me, and they maybe like might see me drunk like once in my life, like on my wedding day. I'm absolutely muscle tough. Like I'm getting absolutely schwammered. But like it's just one of those things where this isn't necessarily like a teachable moment per se, just because I just never have had an issue with drinking. But it kind of puts into perspective. Like I never in my life would be, I'll get arrested for the deal, much like anything. Like I've never.
You didn't think it would be DUI?
I never thought it was gonna be arrested. Period. If I were to be, maybe like beating up some guy that did some dumb shit, like whatever. Yeah. But never a million years that I think, because when I told my friends, they're like, "You?"
Right.
Because I came home and I told Cam's like, "You did? You don't even drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know, Cam. I don't drink. I don't. Like I don't know what happened, but like,
it was kind of funny because like, was I out with you then, or were we?
No, it was a Wednesday night. It was a Burns. So
I was just at home and I knew that you had gone out and everything.
Right.
And he didn't come home, which like isn't the most out of the realm of possibility thing.
Right.
Maybe he stayed with somebody.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's not what typically happens. Isaiah didn't come home last night, but I'm sure he's somewhere. And so I was like just in the kitchen doing dishes, and Isaiah just like walks in and he has his face on him. He's like. Just like smiling. He's like, and he goes like, "Were you worried about me?" I was like, I thought about it. Like, yeah. How was your night? He's like, I got arrested. But I mean, I'm glad it all worked out. And so, is it dropped?
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, you can't even find my mugshot anymore. That'll be. This is actually my mugshot will be the thumbnail.
Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, it got dropped. Like it's one of those things where it's like it was such a dumb, because my friends would be like, Isaiah, like what, like come on. I'm like, no, like I don't, like I'm good. Like I'm not having a drink. Like I know I don't have a problem with drinking, but like I was gaslit to think for like 2-3 months that I was alcoholic, and I'm like, I don't drink like at all.
Well, I mean, either way, it's always a good thing to just like maybe not keep in check, or just like check up on yourself, like, and maybe I should just maybe go without for a little bit.
Exactly. And I've been telling a lot of my friends, I'm like, because I have, we all have those friends that just kind of like go a little too hard.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
don't know their limits.
And I'm like,
stuff,
do not, I promise you, do not do this, because I wasn't drunk. and I got arrested. That's what really put it in perspective. Was like I literally was not drunk.
Which is that's probably how most DUIs happen. You know, they are driving fine, or they get pulled over something little and they're sloshed.
Yep,
exactly. Like,
didn't do your signal.
Like exactly. Like a cop can pull you over for not braking behind the line. Like, oh, you didn't stop behind the line
like that.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Get the fuck out the car. You're getting your fucking ass fucking wet. Get your hands on the fucking steering wheel now. It's just like, man, I'm peeing on myself. Like, yeah, it was insane. Like, because like I was like, when the whole like thing went down, I'm just like, I was nervous, obviously, and I'm just like, I said the thing that she probably thought I was drunk is because I was just like, yes, sir. She's like, sir, and I was just like.
You're done.
And like that. At that moment, I started throwing out all the empty bottles of Jack Daniels and, you know, like Svedka.
That's what it was.
I was joking.
Honestly, probably.
It probably was. No, she heard me say, like, yeah. But I will say the lying test is actually impossible. And I try to do it sober. Or that makes me sound like I was. I did it after the fact.
Well, I mean, some people have better balance than others.
So, like, in that moment, I was super anxious. Just, like, my whole body was shaking. I did it like when I was, you know, like at my house. I tried to do it, like I couldn't do it.
What's that? There's a disease where it's like the fluid in your inner ear is off, so you just
vertigo.
Yeah.
Vertigo. Not vitiligo.
Yeah.
Vertigo. Yeah. But vertigo sucks. I had it years ago, and I literally thought somebody hit me with the fucking bat across my head because I got out of my bed. And the room was literally spinning. Like, and I don't mean like oh, I'm dizzy. Like I couldn't even put into words how like nothing made sense. I don't know what happened, but it's just like crystals fall in your ear and it like messes up your balance. But I don't know what triggered it, but I haven't had it since. Crystals. And I literally just got up out of my bed. I'm like, whoa, and I was like, I thought I was drunk, and that was just funny because I never even was drunk. Like I've never been drunk, and I was like, what's going on? You
know, that's like one of the few rare moments where you could actually be like, yo, last night was a movie.
I literally was like,
because that is like what there's the plot of some movie.
I was in my dorm and I just like got out of my bed. And I was like trying to go to the bathroom.
Just like you getting arrested. I meant.
Oh yeah, that too. But no, it was literally such a just like it's I do tell my friends like drink responsibly or just don't drink at all. Like, just be mindful of your driving. Yeah. And a lot of people like, oh, like there are a lot of people, you know, are dismissive. Like, oh, shut. I'm like, no, seriously. Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen to me.
It happened to you. It could happen to anybody. Yeah.
Like, it can happen to literally anybody. Like, just cool it the fuck down. Yeah. Like, just it's not worth it because now. Starting next year, I think in May, our governor enforced it where your first offense, you get the whatever machinery thing with the like that breathalyzer like installed into your car. You have to pay for it out of pocket.
Holy shit!
It's like $200 or something like that. Like, you got to pay for it.
That makes sense.
And I respect it, and I do not incur like good like. For people who are actually drunk, like the 0.0001%, the 0.01%, pun intended.
What, should I have to pay for it?
Like, like the people who aren't, they don't need it. Like that doesn't need to be for them. But
so you wouldn't have had to.
No, I shouldn't.
But the people who do,
I think if you're convicted and it's just
if you actually were drunk,
that
makes sense. Yeah.
And then that's when they're like, you have to have it for X
because people are dying every fucking day about.
And you know what's even worse? Like a few weeks later, the whole incident that happened on Folly Beach where the bride.
Yes, and there are some developments with that, which would be really interesting. We should do a whole episode about this, honestly, because
that happened around that time, and I felt terrible. I felt even worse because like 2-3 weeks, and I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm on that level.
I'll give you guys a synopsis. Brevin, you remember that?
What was it again? I think so.
Yeah, it was recently, and this couple was getting married on Folly Beach. And they had just had the ceremony and everything, so they just got married. And like an hour or two after, you know, they were at the reception, and the bride and the groom were sitting on the back of a golf cart being driven, you know, somewhere. And you know those like roads on Folly, what they're like and stuff.
Speed limit's like super low.
It's super low, exactly. And so they're on the golf cart, and a drunk driver who was like super sloshed, like incredibly.
I gotta find her. I gotta find the.
And she's young. She's BAC. Like our age.
Yeah, I gotta find the BAC. And there's more development. I'll say after you're done.
And she hit them and killed the bride like 2 hours after she got married.
Yep.
Not the husband.
He lived, which is just terrible.
I'm sure he does not want that.
And to put it in perspective,
I couldn't even imagine, dude.
That wasn't even her first. Awful. That wasn't even her first offense. That was her second offense.
Yeah,
she got one dropped while that was. Don't fucking say that. It's just,
but the thing. So that's the situation. But what's happening now is, so they were married. Mm-hmm. Technically, they got married. Mm-hmm. And so that means that her life insurance policy would pay out to the husband. Mm. Her mom is suing him, saying that he doesn't actually have a legal claim to that because they were only married for like 2 hours. Okay, and it should go to her.
That is insane.
It's fucking disgusting from her. Like
the fact that
it's kind of just gross that she's doing that. I think
totally should go to him.
That is 100%. I mean, he's like really injured too.
Yes, I don't think I forgot what he was on life support for. I think a little bit. Like he was
like he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
That's horrible.
That is
so insane. I would love to dig into that more at some point.
Yeah, we got to talk about the car on the bridge too.
Oh my! Oh
yeah, that was actually pretty wild.
That's gonna be the year in review part 2. So this is our internal year in review, and then the year in review, the bigger one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I like that.
We've been gone for a while, and there's been stuff.
I got pregnant
twice. Yeah. It's mine.
But yeah, long story short, guys, drink responsibly or don't drink at all.
Yeah, I'm glad it ultimately worked out well, and it's a good lesson for us all to learn.
Exactly.
Be aware of.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But actually, no, I lied. The best combo besides PB&J is drinking and driving.
Crickets.
Tough crowd. I'm kidding. Don't.
Yeah.
But Cam, what's new in your world? Since we cover what's new with Brevin, and we cover what's new with me. What the fuck is new with you?
What the fuck?
I mean, honestly, really nothing as monumental as either of those things.
So we're just gonna ignore the fact that you cut your hair.
I was gonna say
pretty monumental.
That's probably the only thing I did. I cut my hair.
Cam, talk to a girl.
Yes. No. Yeah. I cut my hair in freaking what was it, like Mayish, I think. I was kind of just like looking for a change, and it was pretty short. Then it's growing out a good bit. I like the length it's at now, but I'll have to get a trim sometime soon. And I think I'm gonna keep it, like not longer than down my ears for the foreseeable future. I had my Jesus phase.
The amount of times people would just go up to him, "Oh, Jesus!" Yeah, that's like when people come, "Hey, it's Charles Gambino." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool, like whatever." I am Charles Gambino. I want.
People are just like, "Are you Brad Pitt?"
Yeah, but I will. So I guess what was it like around April is when I myself decided I'm taking like straight up hiatus from doing the podcast. And so I guess reasons were just, I mean, we had been going for like 2.5 years straight, one episode a week,
literally like clockwork. Sometimes two, yeah.
Sometimes two,
like
yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly 3 different sets, 2 moves, 3 moves actually, and 2 live events.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that we did. We were very busy, which was great. I mean, it was awesome. I during that time I just like quit my job. I wasn't working at all.
Right, yeah.
And we were just like totally doing that, which was awesome. So, but I guess ultimately like I got a little burnt out because at that point in April, it was December when we moved into the studio downtown. Yeah, it was in December when Akil invited us to do the podcast out of the studio YFL, which was, honestly, it's been great. It's been a really cool thing
100%.
To be part of
a collective group.
This and meet everybody that we've met, and it's a really cool thing. But I will say, and with peace and love to everybody else, it was just like it wasn't really the same. You know what I mean? For any of us, I think
that's the same. Yeah.
Just like the way it is with me, Isaiah, Brevin, and some drops. You know what I mean? It's like
that's true. OG Apple Juicer too.
Exactly, and that's what all 3 of us like get rewarded from doing. I feel, at least for me, like I'm just like that's what's I really enjoy. Like that's what gives me joy out of it.
Yeah, that's what we started, and that's like
it's like
what
the
we wanted to do,
the core of it.
Yeah.
100%.
and fun things like that. And so we were doing interviews, and we have always done interviews, and we still will be doing interviews.
100%.
I love doing interviews, and so that's not going to stop. But I feel like I just don't want that to be everything. And so it's been within that time, I was like, let me just like step back, because I was just like I was only doing interviews. I wasn't really just like as thrilled with it as I was, and life happens. People, we are all living life, and we're on a timeline, and things happen. So Brevin's been doing stuff, and Isaiah's been doing stuff. You know what I mean? And so to me, I was like, you know what? We're all just kind of like doing stuff. Maybe I can just take a step back for a sec, and it's a good moment for us to do that.
Exactly.
They're not going to be like, come on, Cam, or you know what I mean? Which is fine.
Yeah, in my case, I was struggling with depression, so I was like, let me just
I mean,
external. Yeah, there's a lot of external things. I'm like, I can't even give the 100% effort that is owed to like you guys. I can't. I can't give it like, if I'm not gonna give it 100%, like I can't just
and I was kind of in that same boat too, kind of like like I said, I wasn't working at all, which obviously that means I was broke as fuck. Which the starving artist thing is like it's such it's a very romanticized thing, I will say. I feel like I could do a whole episode on that, but I mean, it limits you a lot in what you can do in life, like. I mean, developing relationships, even it's like a lot of stuff that you sacrifice for that.
Right.
And so I was like, I think I want to not be a schlup for a little bit, because if we're not like making banger podcasts every week and I'm not working, then I'm not really doing it.
Yeah.
But when I wasn't working but we were making great shit all the time, it's like, okay, at least I'm focusing my time on something productive and stuff. So, but I was like, I just need to get back in the routine of doing something, do a little soul searching, I guess. I went to California. I took a trip to California.
Yeah, that's where you find yourself, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, no, that was an amazing trip. It was me and my three siblings, not my two siblings.
Oh my gosh, Cameron forgot.
Did you go?
I did. Yeah. No, it was me, Carter, Tegan, Austin, and my mom. It started because my mom had to go to a wedding out there, so she was like, "Oh, Cam, you should come." Long story short, it just turned into like all the siblings going, and we were doing our stuff mainly while Mom was out. And Carter had been there before, and I had never been further west than Tennessee before. So it was really cool. We went to LA, Santa Monica, LA and San Diego. All the towns,
all the sands and the losses and the losses.
San Diego was really crazy. It was cool. Traveling or just like getting out of town every now and then, I feel like does wonders for perspective on things.
100%.
Yeah. Even when I've driven, like 2 hours to, you go to like a concert in Charlotte or something. It's like. It's really good, I feel like, every now and then to just like go out and go to a new place. And I had not done that in a very long time.
I was actually blessed to go on a expenses paid trip to
this is my time story. Your time's up, so you lost that chance.
To Las Vegas. I started a new job beginning of April, end of March, and the first day of my job I was like maybe an hour left. And my boss was like, "Hey, you want to go to Vegas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to go to Vegas in the future." He's like, "No, I mean like so serious." And I'm like, "What?" And I remember like because like Cam and I were interviewing Tamaskin, and he's like, "I'll let you know everything in a little bit, and we'll go from there." I'm like, "Okay." I'm thinking I just pull my leg, and then he calls me before the episode, and he's like, "No, like, hey, like, yeah, you're going to Vegas with me. Like, like, you don't have to pay for anything. The flights are already paid for, the rooms are already paid for. You just got to pay for your gambling or whatever and food." I'm like, what? So I remember literally like I had like basically had piss running down my leg before the episode, being like, "Oh my god, I'm going to Vegas, man! I'm going to Vegas, man! I'm going to Vegas." And I could not even like I just was trying to like calm myself down because I'm like, dude, I've never been to Vegas, like because the furthest west I think I've been.
Isaiah was acting as if he had just won an Oscar.
Exactly, like I just want to thank everybody. Yeah, I think the first west I've been is like Atlanta, Georgia, and that is not west.
Nice.
Wow. And to that point of like something different, Vegas isn't real. Like it's literally you go into a time portal because it's everything that's in Vegas is not real. I did not sleep, but I somehow wasn't jet lagged. But all like the infrastructure there, the people that are there, like Vegas is nothing. There are no similarities between Vegas and Charleston, but it was cool seeing that, but it also was like overstimulating. Being like, I'm going in this janky ass little like casino where all like the grubby ass whatever, just people are like crank, coin slot, crank. But best game to play in Vegas, blackjack. Don't play poker because you will lose. Because I didn't play poker because I know I would have lost every hand.
You'll lose.
I know I'm not good at poker. Brevin can attest to that. But I beat Brevin in some hands, and he's gotten mad and cried about it and pissed down his leg. But,
because you didn't know you were doing.
Well, shut up. Well, you lost, and you knew what you were doing, so I won.
Well, I won more.
Nice. So. Yeah. Well, yeah, we should do a recap on your Las Vegas trip sometime.
that would be. I have stories.
So yeah, so came back from California, which was really really cool, and then I got a job, this bullshit place, and so I've just been working basically and doing a little bit of online school too, education connection type shit. You know,
education connection.
So yeah, I mean, not much. Just kind of like getting back into playing guitar and music and stuff, which I kind of let fall by the wayside a little bit.
The music,
yeah,
those are your roots.
Yeah, exactly. Find my muse again. And
yeah,
it's inner Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It just was.
Did you really just say that, Brevin? Did you say Uncut Cham?
Yeah, exactly.
I hate you. I'm sorry, Ken.
I was John Satsy's miss, Uncut Cham.
Oh, gross. I'm sorry, Ken. What were you saying?
No, you're fine. So, yeah. Well, shit. What was I trying to say? I forget.
What Ken was trying to say. I can't even put in the words.
Never ever did my love and dedication to Mother Apple Juice for Two waver at all. My heart lies to this country. No, neither. It was never like I'm fucking done with this shit, man.
Hey,
I hate this.
Fucking studio, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And so like, as of recently, the past few months, I've been like, I'm getting a little tired of sitting on my ass here. I want to get back in the field.
Hence why we did that crazy Halloween moss that we.
Oh yeah, we did a few mosses here
that we kind of hated, but also was rewarding.
It was kind of, well, that's how mosses always are.
Yeah,
like
you
hate them,
it, but you're like,
and then we get 3 million views. We should actually talk about that.
Oh my god,
we hit our first million views.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
and it was controversial because there's another clip that was really controversial. They got like a couple 100,000, but this one was just straight up, just this is a glimpse of the incel like male
psyche.
Like, yes, like that's just like a 10 or what? How I'm not sure, like 30-second clip of that. Just like like men.
Basically, the question was Isaiah came up with this question, and it was, what do you expect from a girl when you buy her a drink? And
I don't know. Before you finish your fucking thought,
yeah,
I don't even know how to come up with these questions, but I'm just fucking brilliant. Continue, Mr. Khan.
You're good. So, and the responses were just deplorable.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say what they are because you should go watch it at ajf2.pod on Instagram.com. Here, I'm going to go switch the camera while I'm talking.
To pick up where Cameron left off, it's one of those things where it put in perspective how detached men are from reality, and what they thought they were entitled to is not what women believe they're entitled to.
Yeah.
So when we ask women that same question, like what do you expect? What do you think a guy should get like when they buy a drink? He's like, nothing, or maybe my number or conversation, But like these other men were saying, completely opposite,
crazy stuff.
Yeah, off the wall things. We won't say it because we're trying to make you,
follow us.
Yeah, and we're edging you to like watch the clip.
But so we know from doing the mosses for a good amount of time, and that the things that are like salacious and like controversial, and also like with hints of sexual sex and shit. That's what people like, but I don't think we really expected at all for it to pop off as much as it did. And I mean, 3 million views in like the grand scheme of internet views is like not a lot, but I mean, like
Instagram
compared to like what we have gotten before, it was like a whole nother echelon. And so what's funny about that to me is like, we have how many hours, Brevin, do you think us three have spent preparing for, doing, and then like editing mosses. Many hours. Yeah, man on the streets.
Probably like
at least a day's like 24 hours.
Yeah, like at least 100 man hours.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent a lot of time doing these, and
yeah.
You know, like I said, we never expected it to. We never expected it to be like that. That's the clip that goes viral.
Exactly. I can't remember how many mosses.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I don't remember.
Okay, we'll say.
Yeah. You know, we put all this time into these other mosses and stuff, and they don't do very well, and a lot of times they flop. But this one, we were just we didn't even. It was like our friends of the show, Just Music Podcast.
Yeah, they asked us if we can like do one with them, and I was like,
we were like, sure. Why not?
And I looked up questions, and then that one, I'm like, oh, or I thought and looked up, and I kind of like would, I guess, mush them together. And I'm like, oh, let's do this one. And at the time we were recording that one clip that went viral, I remember seeing in my head, I'm like, that's a clip. And I think after I looked at Cam, I'm like, that's a clip.
Clip that.
Yeah, and then that shit just.
And so what's also funny about this is that like the things that go viral are appealing to like one audience because. You know, it was this clip of these guys saying what they expect from women. It was like really obviously bad and just like kind of gross. So this clip was being fed, the algorithm was feeding it basically exclusively to, you know, that demographic of young women who would watch it and be outraged.
Absolutely.
But so that outrage turns into a like, a comment, and a share.
And a follow.
A lot of follows. And, you know, that's how views happen. So it's like, we have a little bit more perspective on like what works and what doesn't work, and you know we don't want to be tied down to making that kind of content. We like doing mosses, and but when we do mosses in the future, probably won't be for a little while, but they'll be of more substance.
Right.
So that's
really need to. We need to change the setting a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, King Street's getting a little tiring.
Yeah.
It's only done downtown at night.
We could easily shoot up to Charlotte, Raleigh, Columbia, Atlanta, or Savannah. Those are 5 cities that would be great. So maybe we'll do that.
Georgetown.
Get out of town, dude. Georgetown. So where's your man on a? Hold on. Do you have your? Where's the?
Okay. Well, I need to.
Okay. we got to use it. We got.
Oh well, yeah. There we go.
So hey, Billy Bob Thornton. What do you expect when you buy your lady girlfriend a drink?
Well, she better pull them trousers down, you know what I'm saying?
It's like $8 nowadays. I mean, I can get for $8 a lot of places.
Hey, Jimmy John, what do you expect when you buy yourself your girl a drink?
Oh, well, you know, I'll expect her to go down on my knob, boy. That's what my mama told me. My mama told me that's what she did to my dad, and that's how I'm here right now talking to you, boy.
That is great. Well, now that we got our clip, guys, we will never come to Georgetown again.
That's how Georgetown would go.
That was literally. That's exactly how. Yeah. I wonder how Renaissance England would be if we like did like a moss there.
Huh? If only we could imagine. Oh, dear sire. When you buy a woman mead, what do you expect in return?
If I were the one to have actually acquisted a nice drink for a woman, I would expect it the most dubious, the most illustrious fellatio that could ever been conceived by a woman.
My dear son, the sloppiest toppy is reserved for those who put more effort into women. I do say, my boy.
Well, I don't see why a woman would be in the pub in the first place.
Well, I don't see why a woman would be in the pub in the first place, honestly. Right? Oh, my God.
God.
That's probably my favorite British accent, like the really stuffy, like, yes, ma'am, yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
I do say, my dear boy.
I would take us to the pub and I go to...
Yeah.
This is really just like Brody. Or I like a little cockney, like, hey, I put myself in the stupid.
Yeah. Because then there's also like London city boy, like, hello, my name's Periwinkle. Would you like to come down to my shoe shop?
I like doing the UK Joe rappers. Oh yeah,
big bomber glass.
And he's like, yeah, that's kind of what they sound like.
So I discovered once we start recording, we can't cycle between banks. So we're stuck on this bank.
Oh, really? I did see. Oh, I did see
the
that.
arrows. So I went to when we started, I went to go.
That's why. Oh, okay. Yeah. That is okay. That's a little annoying. But,
yeah. It is
we'll govern ourselves accordingly. We'll put that in the Yelp review.
Yeah. I'll get like the laptop set up. Do all that.
Put a compressor on that burp. How do you know it's me?
That's true. Yeah. I know an Isaiah burp when I hear one. But yeah, I think that's probably everything I got in terms of what I mean.
Yeah,
it wasn't really that eventful. I've just been trying to find myself, man.
I've been trying to get better at guitar, so girls will talk to me.
Nice.
So there's that.
But I think we are all in a good spot to,
relight the fire.
Yeah, we're all motivated. All three of us.
Start the fire.
And we have the thing is we've had a little more. I don't want to say we've had people who listen to us, which is amazing. You know what I mean? And anybody who starts a podcast, the expectation should be that no one will ever listen to it ever. It's just what our expectations were. Obviously, we put our whole
people were literally like, "Hey, we'll podcast.
Yeah, and it's
our fans.
It's a good thing that we shouldn't let go, and it would be a shame if 10 years down the line I'd be like, what could life have been like if
they're
we
gonna
never
be
stopped?
Playing our podcast on fucking NPR, fucking. This is Apple Juice for Two. Okay, give me that. Oh fuck! I don't know if that's on that bank. No, that one. I don't know if it was on the that super the. You do have it. The music where it's okay, perfect.
I don't know how you know.
Oh, damn, it's too upbeat. Damn, it's too upbeat. Thank you for tuning to Apple Just for Two on NPR News. We're going to be playing episode 79. Little Brev say, sucks a cock.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. The sky is the limit for what we could do if we really try. As we've seen, if we try a little bit, we can make some good stuff. And, I think if we
hold ourselves accountable.
Well, that's This is another episode.
That's a motto that
exactly
that we're
because we're going into this new AJF 2.0. That's what this is.
0.3. We already had 2.0. This is like 0.3.5 iOS update 16.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But
it's not even a number. It's just X.
Right. Exactly. Honestly, because when we started, what were we 21? 22?
Y'all were.
I was
22.
I think
y'all I was 22, and then y'all. When we first started meeting, a few weeks later, y'all turned 22.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. So I mean, and honestly, in between that time, I feel like we have done a lot of growing up. A lot of things have happened in between that time, including the podcast.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, I think we're both a little bit more mature. All three of us.
We know where we want to be, and we're heading towards that direction.
And we're more realistic about what it takes to get there, and just accountability. But that's going to be another episode coming up soon. So that's
accountability.
We'll get into that.
Apple for Two podcast.
Exactly. Self-help motivation guru. That's going to be our new grift.
I'm Jimmy Featherson.
We're going to try to get Jordan Peterson on.
Accountability and how it is dead in the current generation of Gen Z.
Yeah, they don't have any.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Gen
Z sucks.
Fuck the Gen Z. Yeah, fuck the Gen Z. Hey, I'd rather be a Gen Z than be a millennial raising a just terrible child.
Ugh.
We can go into a whole episode about how shit Gen Z or millennials are raising their
well,
children.
This is an episode that we've wanted to do. Talk to teachers about reading and stuff.
Oh my. So I'm sure as you know, well, I don't know actually if this issue's for your fiance.
Does Cassie see this?
Because I just heard a lot of stories from friends that are teachers that middle schoolers can't read at their own they're reading at a first, second grade level. Some are still peeing themselves. I've heard from different teachers they can't. Yeah, exactly. It's because and people are blaming COVID, but it starts at the parent. Parents aren't raising their kids. And they're reluctant.
There might be some truth to that. Where
there is truth, but
there was a big gap. In that pandemic year where it was just online school, but no one was really doing shit.
But on top of that, the fact that we're holding our 25, 24-year-old selves accountable, parents aren't holding themselves accountable for taking care of their own children, making sure their kids are reading their book or doing their whatever. My parents were on my ass with all my schoolwork. Like where? So
mine were not, but
like they like even if I didn't get that shit, even though I wouldn't get that shit done, like it would end up getting done like 3 days later.
Yeah.
But like they'd be like, "Did you do it?"
Well, I mean, that's good parenting.
Yeah, like I didn't get shit done.
You know?
That's just me. That's just me. I procrastinate. I don't give a fuck.
ADHD?
ADHD diagnosed. Ding.
You got diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, I got diagnosed. I take Adderall now, and it's so funny. Because
you're the new Addy plug.
Don't let the people hear. But I tried
let the DEA know that it's a joke.
But I tried it before I was officially prescribed it, and the world. Oh God! I've been done. I'm like,
Isaiah, you're toast.
Dude, my FBI agent is like, cut it.
Yeah.
But I tried it before. I'm like, the world was just like,
normal.
I was like, wow, okay, well, this is what the world's like. I can actually do what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing of ADHD. I want to do something, but I physically cannot will myself to do it. But
we should. Maybe we should do like a special series on ADHD. You know what I mean? Just like ADHD talks.
It would just be procrastinated and pushed back. We would have to set deadlines for ourselves. We would have to set deadlines for like.
That's the new name of the game now.
Yeah.
Is that like
deadlines?
Even if, like, if we say we're going to do something, and even if the possibility comes up to, go see if Doja Cat called me up on a Tuesday night and was like, Cam, I want you to come over and we're going to have crazy sex. I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, I can't because we're recording an episode,
Nice.
Sorry. It's now moved up higher on the priority list where the only things that should take away from it are like, immediate emergencies, because that's the only way to like do consistency. You know what I mean? It's like, you can
make yourself in a routine.
Yeah. It's hard to be self-accountable because that's come from within you, and it's hard to hold other people accountable all the time because you feel like the jerk. You know what I mean? You feel like the wet rag and stuff. But as a collective, it's like it's not like we're accountable to ourselves,
right?
Or you have to be accountable to me. It's like we have to be accountable to that logo,
right?
We're accountable to Apple Juice for 2, and that's bigger than we are, and we don't have a choice now. It's like the Beatles.
Just made how to tie everything to be. The way I tie everything to The Sopranos, he ties everything. You have no fucking idea what it's like to be number one. Every fucking fashion.
You got no fucking clue.
So anyway, that's our little spiel tonight. I've not been very mentally sharp tonight.
I did not take my Adderall, and I think I did decent.
I've been like tired and just like not thinking fast enough.
We did have a little late start, but
you're right.
So we'll give us
been a little rusty, maybe
a little rust bucket.
Yeah, Brevin, you have anything else that you want to say?
That
we didn't let you.
I don't think so.
Nice. Isaiah, any thoughts? Any last closing thoughts?
Final thoughts?
I
guess we can do closing thoughts.
Okay.
Closing thoughts. Well, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I'm not a fat fuck who lies to himself and gonna say they're gonna go to the gym. I'm kidding. I'm body positive, as y'all know. Y'all know I'm body positive.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying?
You're also alcohol positive.
And fentanyl positive. But like I said, I've done a lot of self-reflecting over this year, and for me, this year has been the worst year of my life.
Honestly, same.
It's been the worst. And like people say, "Oh, it's the worst." No, like this actually was the worst year of my life. A lot of bullshit happened.
Yes. That's probably what we didn't really get into, but like it's been
shit.
You may not have read in between those lines, but it's been kind of tumultuous.
Yeah, like to say the least. And nice. I am making an effort for myself to focus more on my mental, because I've always said I've put like a strong emphasis on I don't. I just started, getting medicine for it, and even outside of that, I'm trying to get into more of my hobbies. Because I love DJing and I love playing guitar. Those are like the two things I can just kind of do for hours. Everything else I don't give a fuck about. And just be a better me. Develop my career, get better at my job, so further my career in the future. Then that can further my connections that I make. Somehow gets influenced with the podcast. I just want to be a better me. And this year I have been the worst me of my life. At least for worst me that I can see and know and acknowledge. Yeah. But next year, accountability is I'm going to hold myself other people just as much as myself, probably more so myself, accountable. And anything I said that I was going to do in the past, I'm going to get done. I've been talking about this drone shit for 50 million fucking years, and I still don't have this goddamn. I have this $500 drone in my fucking dust collecting closet that could be making me thousands of dollars, and I'm just like, I'll do it later. But I have a lot more. Oh my god, I gotta tease the event that Apple Juice for Two is putting on.
We don't know. There's a lot we don't know yet.
We don't. Okay,
but let's say that there is an event.
There's an event happening, and I won't say anything else besides that.
Yes, we have done.
Shit, I forgot to call.
We've done 2. Oh,
I forgot to call people.
Okay, we will.
It's fine. You're fine.
We've done 2 events in the past.
Yep.
But this one's gonna be the one. Okay. So anyway, well, Isaiah, that's great stuff, and honestly, like, I'm happy for you in that sense because it's always been a joke, like on the podcast, like, oh, Isaiah has ADHD and stuff, but like,
and also we're like, oh shit, Isaiah actually has
ADHD. I know how hard it can be.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And I've always wanted that for you, like, have some Adderall, just like treatment, have treatment for it.
Yeah, and it won't be something I'll use for the rest of my life. They'll get to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't need it.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
And that's the goal is like, I don't want to be on this for the rest of my life.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, I just want to be, for a time period, and then I can
get you to where you need to go. And
exactly.
It's like good habits.
Exactly. Yep. So
and those will stick.
That's awesome, man.
King
Isaiah.
Per Pussy Girl Boss Queen. Per.
Brevin, thoughts?
Yeah, King. Straight up.
Nice word.
2024 is King energy year.
Yes.
I like that.
I like it too.
Big dick energy came and stayed, but
big podcast energy.
That's just like passive energy.
Yeah.
Right.
Passive bonus.
Let this moment, December 6th. What is it? 6th?
December 6th. So we had to both check our Apple watches. They have us tracked.
Let this moment, December 6th, 2023, be the moment, the episode that 5 years down the line, people will watch this episode and be like, wow, that is so crazy that they said this, because look at where they are now. And they started from these humble beginnings and had these ambitions and these dreams, and they actually fucking did it.
Damn.
I do declare on this day, December 6th, that Apple Juice for Two members will be held accountable for everything, every facet of every fucking thing
to the highest court of the law.
To the highest court of the law. And I do declare with a slam of my gavel.
Nice, exactly.
I'm a loser.
No, I love that. And
your Nerf guns.
Lastly, but most importantly, and I speak on behalf of all of us, thank you to everybody who's ever listened, and to anybody who's ever lent us a helping hand, invited us to do stuff in their studio, given us equipment to use.
Exactly.
And
introduced me to women.
Like for the first time?
For the first time ever. If it was for this podcast, I would never talk to women.
Exactly. No, if you know who you are, if you're hearing this.
Yeah, you know who you are, who's helped us in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly. Our families too,
listening, even though my mom doesn't like hearing me curse, but it's not for you, Mom. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And on that note, guys, I think we'll see you next episode.
And there will be a next episode.
Exactly. Very soon. Oh my god. I forgot how to fucking talk. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I thought you always always have it. Like, I got so mad when I fucked up the little sponsorship. I'm like, I fucking suck. I was like, I suck.
Yeah, I think I'm like too self-aware about just so.
I turned old. I'm like fucking 55 years old. Like, it's like us doing our 30-year anniversary. We're like 55. We're like, holy shit.
Yeah, this is the post-credit scene right now happening.
Yeah, that is.
Bloopers.
Yeah.